Hi, welcome back to the channel. I am about to do a flip through per request of the Wordly Wise 3000. This is going to be level 3. Stick around. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, I am Morgan here at The Life of Tillmans. Thank you so much for joining. While you're here, go ahead, hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you do not miss any of the videos here. If you've been with us before, welcome back. I'm happy to have you as always, and we are about to do a flip through. When I showed our curriculum picks for the upcoming school year, lots of people requested a flip through of the Wordly Wise curriculum. So I know the importance of flip throughs. I value the importance of flip throughs because sometimes you're not able to go to a location where you're able to physically pick up the book, flip through it, see the pages, see what it offers, and make your decisions. I value it. I hear you. I'm here to help. I'm going to give you guys a flip through of this. This is level 3. I also have level 2, but they are set up the same. Some things that I'll tell you about Wordly Wise before I do the flip through. Some people feel as if it's boring. Vocabulary is what it is focused on. It is focused on increasing your child's vocabulary knowledge. So many different words out there for us to learn that we may not encounter in everyday conversation that still are important for us to increase our knowledge base. That is why I decided to choose this for our girls. Does it seem like the absolute most fun thing ever? No, but it's definitely not bordering on boring, in my opinion. It offers words from kindergarten all the way up until 12th grade. It covers every grade of your child's life to help them understand the meanings of words. Also, there are activities that your child can go to online to do, flashcards and games and tons of other things to help them study the words that they are given each week or however often they go through the words for that section. There looks to be about 15 to 20 lessons, and each lesson has sections, I'll say 1A through E. So essentially they could do one section per day for each lesson. And then they would move on to the next level if they're getting it. There is also extension activities. I picked this because we need help. We need help with vocabulary. I thought that this would be a great way to do it, and we'll just see how it goes for our girls. I definitely know that I can add in things to make it more fun, but I like the fact that they have an option for you to get online, for your child to get online and go through flashcards and other things to help bring this even more to life than what it is. Without further ado, I am going to flip the camera around so I can show you what's inside Wordly Wise Book 3. Here we are. When you first open the book, my daughter put her name in there. Over here, it has the Quizlet. And what Quizlet is an online resource for you to help with engaging and learning. It has different learning tools, flashcards, and games. It gives you all of the instructions on how to get on there, and it also walks you through how to create an account so that you can keep track of your progress. This is a fun way to help your child study for their words that they're getting. That was super exciting to see. Here we go. It gives you a table of contents. There are 15 lessons, and then every 2 lessons, I believe there is a review for your child. So that's good to do. And each lesson has a title. I thought that was interesting too, but Monsters of the Deep, Up, Up and Away, Roundup Time in Virginia, so forth. Different titles. Welcome note. And here it talks about how do you figure out what a word means. And it goes through different steps. You say it, you use context clues, use word parts, and then also look it up. And after that, it goes into the first lesson. Lesson 1, word list. Instructions here are to study the words, then do the exercises that follow. Here are the words. We have cylinder, examine, fatal, feature. This is already interesting with the words. Grasp, jet, marine, scar, tentacle, and vessel. One thing is that your child will also be getting spelling, because if they're studying these words and they're looking at them, then they're going to they're going to get a grasp of how to spell it. So that's good as well, vocabulary and spelling. Here we go into 1A, words and their meanings. Look at the group of words next to the number, then circle the letter next to the word that has the same meaning. Very simple. It has one for each word. There are 10. It has the list of words here on the side. And then just the right word. Replace the phrase in bold with a single word or form of the word from the word list. 5 questions there. Then we have 1C, applying the meaning. Circle the letter next to the correct answer. 5 questions there. Then 1D is word study, nouns and verbs. A noun names a person, place, or thing. Underline the nouns in the sentence. There's 2 questions. A verb tells the action is happening or what someone or something is doing. Underline the verbs in the sentence. 2 questions. Your words are here as well. Then it goes into vocabulary and context. So they will have a reading passage, and what this does is help your child use context clues to be able to figure out the meanings of these words. Well, they've studied them, but this puts the words in context so that they understand how they are to be used in a passage. And at the end, they will then have questions. 10 questions here. Each one of the words that they have been studying is addressed within this passage and the questions. Then it gives them a fun fact related to the story that they just read. And then each lesson also has a vocabulary extension opportunity. Examine. Verb, to study or to look at something closely. It gives them the academic context, the word family, and then it's discussion and writing prompt. You could use a magnifying glass to examine a feather. What else could you examine with a magnifying glass? Turn and talk to your partner or group. That would be me or their sibling. Use this space to take notes or draw ideas. Then they would write 1 to 3 sentences. Be ready to share what you have written. Super, super easy, very interactive. I like that it changes it up with each activity 1A through 1E. That's awesome. It does change things. Here's a new list of words for lesson 2. And it does change things using words in context. We didn't have that in the first section. Only context was used in the reading passage. 8 questions here. Then it goes make connections. Circle the letter next to the correct answer. Then here we go again using context clues. Completing sentences. And then here is your context passage. Lots of context work, and I love that because that is the purpose of learning vocabulary. When to use those words, how to use them correctly, and this provides it. They will have answers here, and these are short answers. What happens when it's time to launch a hot air balloon? They can go over here and say, heat goes to the bottom, shorter answer. What would be the most exciting attraction for you at the balloon fiesta? They would possibly go to the passage and see where it talked about those different activities that go on at the balloon festival, and they would write it out. They get another fun fact, and then here is the vocabulary extension activity, where it gives them another word and different things to discuss on that word. This is the format for each lesson. Here is the review. So they've done lessons 1 and 2, and now they are doing a review. Hidden message. They're going to go through and fill this out. My oldest daughter loves doing these. This is going to be so fun. She's going to love it. But this helps them with putting in the words that they've already learned and coming up. So hidden message, this will be fun. Then they go into lesson 3. So as you can see, your child can move through this as fast or as slow as they need to. Here, if there are 10 questions, they may get this done in 5 minutes and want to move on to 3B and do those 5 questions, which will be perfectly fine. They're able to move at their own pace. And that is how the entire book flows for this vocabulary. I'm now going to show you guys the test booklet. And here's the test booklet. And this is not something that you have to do. You can, it's totally up to you, but you would give it to your child after they finish each lesson. So lesson 1, sorry about that. Lesson 1, it says find the best way to finish each sentence or answer each question. Then fill in the circle next to the answer. So they would go through and answer these questions. And that is it, guys. There are 14 questions, and they are going to just fill in whichever one is correct. That is your test booklet. It's the same for each lesson. Here is the answer key. Someone asked if you needed the teacher's guide. I'm going to assume that it was the answer key, but it was $6.99, and I believe it was about 20% off when I purchased it. So not bad at all. I just went ahead and grabbed it anyway. But it goes through each lesson. So lesson 1 has section 1A, words and their meanings, and it just gives you the answers. These vocabulary and context, you will have multiple answers here for depending on what your child chooses to put, but you just want to make sure that it is correct. And this is it. These are all of the answers to each lesson within the book. That is it for the Wordly Wise. If you think of any additional questions that you may have about this curriculum, go ahead and put them down in the comments. I would be happy to help you. As I've said before, I value flip-throughs and being able to see inside, and if I can offer you any assistance during the process, I'm going to give it to you. So don't forget to subscribe while you're here, and be on the lookout for our 2021-2022 family subjects coming up tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys right back here at the Life of Tillmans for another video next time. Bye.